Alright, I'm sorry that y'all gotta look at a steering wheel. It's past 2 a.m. and I'm tired and I look like crap. And, with little baggies and dark circles under my eyes, and trust me, y'all don't want to see this, and I'm gonna spare y'all. Anyway, y'all want to find relief, and y'all happen to have Lichen Simplex Chronicus, and first of all, I want to tell you, I'm so sorry that you have it. I've had it for the past 4 years, and I know how miserable it is. And for the longest time, I used to think I was the only one that had it. To be honest, like, because nobody else I knew had this problem. And when I went to doctors, they never knew really what to do for me. A lot of them never even heard of it. Well, actually, I'm skipping ahead of the story. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that you're not alone, and I'm sorry that you have it. And I've got a support group on Facebook. If you just type in the search thingy, and just say type in Lichen Simplex support group, it should pop up. And I share a lot of stuff on with the support group. But another thing is you'll find that you're not alone, and sometimes it helps when other people, are going through the same thing, and that's basically what the support group is about, is we support each other. Anyway, to start out with, I'm 28 now. I got this when I was 24 years old, and I mean, it just came out of the blue. It started in the wintertime. It was like right after Christmas, in the beginning of January, and I just started feeling hot all the time. And I don't know, and like, I don't know if this has anything to do with it. It's just right after I went through these weird hot flashes. I mean, and it was almost like I hit menopause early, which that was weird because, I was 24, young and everything. Well, I mean, I guess I'm still young. But, anyway, um, yeah, I would take showers, and I'd go outside with my hair wet, and it was like snowing, and it felt good to me because I could never get cool enough. I was always constantly hot all the time. It was like I was having like a hormonal imbalance, or something to do with my immune system or something. But then, like right after it went away and I felt normal again, then that's when this little bitty itch came along, and I would scratch it. And something that I noticed about it was I would scratch it, and you know how like with a normal itch you scratch it and then it goes away? This one didn't go away. This one, like, it was like an eternal itch. And so I went to the doctor after like 2 weeks and it not going away, and she just told me to use cortisone cream. So I went to Walmart and got cortisone cream. It didn't do anything for me. It would not take the itch away. So I went to see like another doctor. I went to the minor emergency clinic, and oh yeah, I got like blood work done because I thought, like, what if I have like some kind of, I don't know what, like, I even like was afraid, what if I have some kind of like virus or something. So I got like my blood work done and like all these test things done, and I mean, it came back saying I was healthy and negative for any like kind of diseases or viruses. So I was really worried because like this wasn't normal. That it's not normal to constantly have to scratch your skin. And so then the minor emergency clinic that I went to, she gave me triamcinolone cream, which is a steroid cream, and for 2 months I was itch free. So I thought, oh, this, it's healed. It went away. Boy, as soon as I ran out of that steroid cream, it came back with a vengeance. It was like 10 times worse itchier than it was before. It even like spread to other spots on my body, like my legs and stuff. And I mean, I would like scratch myself till I bled, and I was so miserable. And it's like nothing there was no relief. I couldn't get any sleep. At night it would be so much worse. It's like when I was like, when you're active during the day, it would like everything, I mean, you were still miserable, but it wasn't like, but once you were like, trying to lay down and sleep, it felt like bugs were crawling all over my skin. I was constantly scratching myself and, constantly putting on lotions and creams and, just anti-itch creams, and nothing would help. So then, I went to see another doctor, which, I mean, I had seen more doctors, but I'm only telling you, like, the most memorable, ones, because I've been to so many that I can't even remember. But this one, she was a nurse practitioner. I went to I think it's called Dr. J's Express Care, because I didn't have insurance at the time. And anyway, they would see me, and so she told me to go to a dermatologist, which I don't know why. Sorry, the light went out. I don't know why. Sorry, I came out to the car because it's too loud in the house because the fish tanks. Anyway, y'all don't care about that. Okay, let's get back to the important stuff. She told me to go to a dermatologist to get a skin biopsy. So I did. And the dermatologist, because she thought what I had was lichen sclerosis. And I'd never heard of that before, but she was like, you probably have lichen sclerosis. So she told me, go to the dermatologist and get a skin biopsy, and that will determine what you have. So I went to him, and he took one look at me, and he was like, oh, you don't have lichen sclerosis, because if you did, you'd be more inflamed than that. So he basically didn't give me the skin biopsy, even though I asked him to, and he just said I need to go see a different doctor, and gave me like a recipe to make some kind of cream for my skin, which it was like sunscreen and something else. It was weird. Never went back to see him again. But I went back to that nurse practitioner that told me to go to the dermatologist and told her that he wouldn't give me a skin biopsy, which he charged me $90 just to see him, and he didn't do anything, just told me, yeah, anyway. I went back to see her, and she gave me the skin biopsy herself. And then the test results came back, and it said I had Lichen Simplex Chronicus. And one, I'd never heard of that before, but then again, I never heard of lichen sclerosis. And so I just, been looking up what I can. From what I know about it, not very many doctors know anything about it, because then when I went to go see another dermatologist, he said he never even heard of it before. And kind of shook his head at me like, acting, I don't know, like he didn't really believe me. He started to believe me after I started pouring bleach on my skin. And then he was like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Why would you do such a thing? And I was like, because I'm trying to kill the nerves. Because I thought I wasn't trying to like kill my skin. I was just trying to kill the nerves in the skin so I wouldn't feel anymore. And I mean, I was going crazy. Like, that's all I can say is I was going crazy. I mean, y'all that have it, y'all know it can drive you nuts. You're so desperate to find relief. I even thought about burning my skin, because I had heard a story my teacher said about, he had like a buddy that had been burnt on his arm, so like when he was like, his arm caught on fire. He didn't even feel it. That's what I was trying to do, is I was just trying to kill like the nerves so I wouldn't feel anymore. And so that's when I started doing the bleach thing. So I thought, I don't know, I was stupid. I thought the bleach would kill the nerves and I wouldn't feel anymore. Because like some some medical sites that I found, they said that the treatment is to not scratch. So, that's easier said than done. So I thought, okay, as long as I don't feel it, then I won't be able to scratch. Because some doctors that I went to like said that they thought it was all in my head, and I'm like, no, I promise you, it's not in my head. I really do feel itchy, and it won't go away. Anyway, so over the years, my skin got like super like thick and leathery, and I lost my marriage because my ex got overwhelmed because I had to quit my job because I wasn't getting enough sleep, and I was constantly always having to scratch myself, and I wasn't getting my work done. And and plus I was literally was getting like 1 hour of sleep at night. And it affects your life. It really does. I mean, if you know anybody that has it, and trust me, I believe you when you have it and you say like it affects your life, it does. We're not joking. It really does affect your life. It drives you crazy, and you wish if you could change it, you would. So long story short, I got divorced, unemployed. I became reclusive. Never wanted to go outside because being out in the sun, also like being hot and itchy, would cause my skin to flare up and stuff. So yeah, skip all that. Now I'm 28 years old, and I'm still unemployed. Which now that I found relief, I'm slowly but surely. I think I'm gonna get back into the workforce again. But before that, what I was doing was I was trying to just make my life as stress-free as I could. And I have a great family that has been really supportive, and they just want me to get better and everything. So, they kind of were there to help me, which, it's not something that I'm proud of, but I just know that when I was, like, I would get anxiety, and it would cause me to be stressed, and the stress would cause me to itch. And the reason why I got anxiety and stress was because of the itch. The itch would make me get stressed, and then the stress would make me itch. And so it's like a vicious cycle. And anyway, where was I? Sorry guys, I've also got ADD, and my mind jumps to, like, if you notice, like, I jump from one point to another. Holy crap, it's 13 minutes already into the video. I need to wrap this up. Okay, so story short, I'm 28, and then I went to the library, and because I was looking for it, because I thought maybe I might have, like, thyroid problems, because I read that, like, if you have thyroid problems, it could be, like, you have an autoimmune disorder, which they think Lichen Simplex Chronicus is an autoimmune disorder, which causes your skin to itch and, other stuff. Because I also noticed, like, it's not just the itch itself, it's also, like, the nerves in my skin. Because sometimes, like, my legs or something, like, everything feels tingly, like, bugs are crawling all over my skin, like, I just want to jump out of my skin. Sometimes I just feel like I want to scream and stuff. Anyway, while I was at the library looking for, thyroid and also, like, immunity health, I came across a book called Skin Cleanse by Adina Grigore. Again, it's called Skin Cleanse by Adina Grigore. And she's the co-founder of SW Basics. You can find that at Target. And anyway, I read this book, and I mean, this book literally changed my life. It talked about how like the products we use, sometimes like our skin needs a break and it needs to detox itself. So like the skin cleanse, you take like 3 days where you don't wash with anything but water. You only use water. That means no shampoo, no face wash, no body wash, no soaps, no lotions. And I mean, it was hard, but I was like, oh, I'm willing to give it a try. And I mean, by the second day, I noticed a lot of results. And I mean, like, my skin like started to like, oh yeah, before that, I am so sorry guys. Okay, before that, before I did the skin cleanse, she talked about, like certain stuff, like there's like raw apple cider vinegar that can help. So what I did was I started mixing that with, I would take like, pour a little bit in the palm of my hand, and I used the Bragg's with the mother. And I also had thrown out all regular body washes, and I switched to organic, natural body washes. So I had like Burt's Bees. So I'd put apple cider vinegar in the palm of my hand, and the Burt's Bees, I put like 2 drops of body wash in my hand and make it into a lather and put it on my lichen area. And oh my gosh, this car again. Anyway, it took the thickness of my skin away, like it where it went back to normal, but I was still itchy. But like that thick, leathery, skin, like I don't know what exactly the apple cider vinegar does, but it took the leathery skin away and it made it normal again. The only thing was I was still itchy. And so anyway, then because I had heard lots of stuff about coconut oil, and I tried it, but it didn't do anything. So that's where the skin cleanse comes. I took 3 days, when I knew I wasn't going to be out and about, because, your hair is going to get oily and you're not going to, smell too pleasant. But it's not that bad. Like, it wasn't that bad. But it's like you don't use anything on your skin, only water. If you absolutely have to use some kind of moisturizer, use coconut oil or olive oil. It has to be, organic, unrefined, extra virgin, cold pressed. It has to be that. So I got some coconut oil at Aldi's because they have it for $3.99 for a jar, and it's organic, unrefined, cold pressed, virgin oil. So it's just pure coconut oil. By the 3rd day I did that, my skin started responding to the coconut oil. Yeah. And so like the itch started going away. And I mean, just like, oh yeah. Also, the book talks about, sometimes, cause like everything is so processed nowadays, that, we don't get our good natural fats that we need. And I mean, if you're trying to be healthy, like me, where you're thinking, what? We actually, we need fats, but yeah, we do. I guess, I know, the good fats are good for you, but I just never, knew, we needed it so much. I guess that's kind of dumb, but yeah, I didn't. So I started swallowing 2 teaspoons of coconut oil a day, which I can't remember if I've heard that you need 2 tablespoons, but I just wanted to start out with 2 teaspoons. And guys, I felt good. I felt mentally good, physically good. My skin felt good. For once in my life, I did get, I still would be a little bit itchy, but it was I could scratch and then it goes away. And and I haven't worn any itch creams, any steroid creams. And this is the, I want to say third week, but maybe it's only the second week. Anyway, but yeah, I finally had to check the book back in. But guys, like, if you can, go to your library and see if that's there, or, find a way to get that book, because that book changed my life. So anyway, and then when you do use soaps again, use organic soaps, natural. Basically, the less ingredients it has, the better. And the book also talks about how to, understand the labels. Because sometimes, like, there's all these kind of long words that you don't understand. But sometimes it's, I can't think. My mind is so tired and I'm jumpy and like I said, I'm sorry. I've got ADD and it's really frustrating. I jump from one point to another and, I start projects and never finish them and all that, but y'all don't care about that. But, okay, so get you some apple cider vinegar, Bragg's raw with the mother, and get you some natural organic soap that's made with natural ingredients. I got Burt's Bees because it says to be 99.9% natural, and I read the ingredients, and it's like peppermint oil, coconut oil, and some other stuff. I use the peppermint with the rosemary body wash, and then to moisturize with, get you some organic, unrefined, cold pressed virgin coconut oil, and start taking it. And also, guys, that you may not want to hear this one either, besides doing the skin cleanse for 3 days. And if you can go longer than 3 days, do it, because your skin will love it. But this one that y'all might not like, because trust me, I love fast food, and I love, Dr. Pepper, and I love, stuff that tastes good. But we're destroying ourselves. We really are. All the vitamins that we could ever need, comes from natural whole food. And so, I mean, you don't have to give it up, permanently, but just start. Like, I started changing my diet where, I focus on, like, lots of green vegetables, like leafy green vegetables, like kale and spinach, and broccoli is a good one. I love broccoli now. And I started, eating more like fish and rice, brown rice. I try not to do as much like rice, like I'm trying not to do as much like wheat or flour kind of stuff. I don't know if rice counts as that though, because I think rice is a grain. But yeah, start eating healthier, because you will notice, like, your skin will love it. But anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all, like, that's how I found relief. And I mean, I'm not kidding. I used to have to, like, literally, I was married to steroid cream. I couldn't, like, I was always constantly worried about running out and what was I going to do. And for a while, when I was at Walgreens, I found an over-the-counter medicine that helped called Allegra cream. But now I can't find it anymore. So if you have to have any kind of over-the-counter stuff, Allegra cream is good stuff. It worked for me anyway. But now I don't even have to use anything anymore. All I do is wash with that apple cider vinegar, and then I use coconut oil. And I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I still do get a little itchy, but it's like I probably only scratch maybe 2 or 3 times out through the day, and then at night I do get, kind of a little more itchier. But I mean, it's almost like my skin is going back to normal. So I really hope this helps y'all. I know everybody's different, because learning in the support group, what works for some people doesn't always work for others. But this did work for me. And I know what it's like to feel so miserable and so alone and, and so hopeless, thinking you're going to live with this for the rest of your life and that there's no cure. But I found relief, and I'm not using any medicines anymore. All I do is wash with that apple cider vinegar and use the coconut oil. If this will help you, good luck and God bless. Like, I really hope this will help you and that you'll find relief. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now. Sorry that this was such a crappy, quality video, but this couldn't wait. Because what if this can help somebody like that's, miserable right now? Because I know what it's like to have restless sleep. You don't get any sleep. So anyway, good luck and God bless. And I really hope this works for you. Good night.